Good morning, students. Today I am here to teach you all about fusioning summoning. Is there any questions before we start today's lesson? Yes, I have one question, teacher. Can you teach us something more interesting, like setting schools on fire, or robbing a bank, or opening gates,
or how to open gates to hell itself?
Jesus fucking Christ, woman, take a chill pill. Shut up, you frozen vegetable! Oof. Oh, come on, demon monster. Maybe fusioning something is actually really fucking cool. Maybe. Shut up, you nerd. Okay, that's enough, demon monster. Calm the fuck down. And stop interrupting my class, demon monster. It's getting really fucking annoying. Okay, sorry, teacher. By the way, my name is not Demon Monster, it's Lilith. Well, that's oddly fitting name, but okay. Time to start my fucking lesson. Okay, we're gonna start with normal fusioning summoning. So to start off, you will gonna need a... Okay, students, I'll explain all the ways of fusion summoning a monster. First one is normal fusion summon that requires 2 fusion materials and using of polymerization spell. Then there is contact fusion that requires only 2 monsters, but those monsters need to be on the field to conduct a contact fusion. Then this mask hero fusion that requires a hero monster and mask change. So there's also a similar fusion to mask heroes that require Ephthamize, Dark Magician to summon Amulet Dragon. So yeah, that's all the fusion methods. Now I'm gonna go in more detail on the normal fusioning summoning. Okay, let's have a closer look to the fusion monster. So yeah, all fusion monsters are purple color and they go to your extra deck. And let's see. So you see here, this is the monster's name. And this lower here it says he's a warrior fusion effect monster. The most important part is effect. The first part of effect for fusion is always the fusion requirements. So for this fusion monster, you need elemental hero Avian, elemental hero Trinexx, and to help you understand, I made a small drawing to help you understand how to summon this card. So basically, this is the drawing. You need elemental hero Avian, Trinexx, and polymerization spell to summon this guy. And now I'm gonna cut to me showing off how to summon him in the duel, so it would be easier for you guys to understand how to summon this guy. Okay, now I'm gonna showcase how to fusion summon fusion monster. So you need polymerization and you need fusion materials like elemental hero Avian and elemental hero Trinexx. So let's use one Avian and one Trinexx. And now successfully conducted a fusion summon. So yeah, and now I'm gonna play the fusion animation and now successfully managed to summon fusion monster Flame Wailing Man. And this animation is pretty cool, man. And now this thing summon Evian, and now we attack, man. Now we fucking attack. That's a lot of burn damage, and that's it for fusions, normal fusion summoning. Got to the lesson. Okay, let's have a closer look to polymerization. Polymerization is a fusion spell that allows you to fusion summon monsters from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand, and fill as fusion materials. The first thing is how to obtain them. How to get this card is to Reach level 4 with Joey Wheeler. Other ways include some starter decks. So you can obtain pronunciation from these characters starter decks when to unlock those legendary characters. And for command card trader, just go this regular inventory and go to spells and find polymerization. And you can also get it from couple of structure decks. Let's see. I will show off the structure decks. So you can get a couple of them in Destiny Rulers. Other ones. You can also get one copy from the Hero Generation structure deck. Also, what about Master Duel? You can get Polymerization Master Duel just from the starter decks. So yeah. And that's it about polymerization spell, I think. And that's everything you need to know about polymerization. Do you have any questions about polymerization, students? Teacher. Yes, Krobus? Is there other spell cards that allow you to fusion summon monsters from your extra deck? Yes, Krobus, there is. Thank you for asking. Now I'm gonna give you a couple of examples of spell cards that also allows you to fusion summon monsters from your extra deck. Okay, I will give you a couple of examples of fusion spells that other spells that you can use instead of polymerization. There's fusion substitute. It can use your fusion monsters from your sphere on your field, and you can also banish this card from your graveyard to return fusion monster from your graveyard and then draw one card. You cannot use monsters from your hand. So this is a big negative about that spell. And we have Fusion Gate that allows you to both players summon fusion monsters from using monsters from their field or hand. Then we have Students Fragment Fusion. That's a specific archetype fusion that requires monsters from your graveyard. That's also a trap card that you can use to fusion summon fusion monsters from your extra deck, but they must be Gem Knight archetype monster. Also, there's Parallel Fusion, another archetype fusion spell that allows you to fusion summon using your banish zone and then recovering their cards. That's an interesting fusion spell. We have Future Fusion that you need to showcase your fusion monster from your extra deck. Then send your monsters from a deck to the graveyard, and then after a couple of phases it's gonna summon. It's really fucking slow, so I think it's not that worth it to summon. Then we have pretty simple one, Necro Fusion. You just banish monster from your graveyard to summon a fusion monster. That's a really nice way to use your monsters from your graveyard. So yeah. Then we have Flash Fusion that allows you to summon fusion monster. Like it's a fusion but a quick play spell, so you can fusion summon during your opponent's turn or when monster activates effect to avoid destruction. It is destroyed the end phase, so if opponent attacks your monster, you could try saving it by using Flash Fusion. It also is destroy monsters, but if that monster has effect when it's destroyed, it's worth using, I suppose. Then we have Red Eyes Fusion that allows you to summon Red Eyes Fusion monster using monsters from your deck. That's a really good fusion spell, but you cannot summon other monsters that don't. It's a really good spell for Red Eyes deck, I suppose. And then Super Polymerization is a really important card if you're using fusions, because you can discard card and fuse not only using cards from your field, but also opponent's field, so it's really good tool to get rid of opponent's monster card. Then we have Secrets of Dark Magician. This is an interesting case because it allows you to fusion summon Dark Magician monster, but also allows you to ritual summon. So it's an interesting hybrid card, not gonna lie. We have Dragon's Mirror that allows you to summon from your graveyard or the field. So it's Necro Fusion, that's fusion substitute kinda. And then we have Diffusion. If you somehow want to get rid of your fusion monster, you can return fusion of extra and fusion some fusion materials from your graveyard to your field. I think it's a good combination with Flash Fusion to avoid Flash Fusion's secondary effect to return your fusion monsters to your graveyard. So yeah, Reverse Fusion with Flash Fusion is kinda a nice combo. So yeah, Gen is also a nice card. You can return your destroyed fusion monsters from your graveyard to your monster zone. So I think that pretty much covers fusion spells for now. Now I'm gonna continue explaining all the different types of fusions. Okay class, now we're gonna move to fusions that require multiple copies of the same monster to summon. The first example will be Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon or Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. You just need to combine two Thunder Dragons with polymerization spell and then you will summon Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. Other example is Blue Eyes Sultan Dragon that requires 3 Blue Eyes Sultan. Wow, we'll move on to Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon that requires 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. Oh yeah, similar to this blueprint that I draw, you just see 3 Blue Eyes and polymerization spell and you get Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. I also recorded how to summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, so I'm gonna cut to me summoning Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. The same card. You just need 3 copies of the same card. And polymerization, you can have cards in your field or in your hand. Or if you're using Necro Fusion, you can have them in the graveyard. So yeah, this is poly. Now summon the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. And now collect all the Blue Eyes. There we go. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Comes the boy, the little boy. Nice Ultimate Dragon. Comes the boy. Hell yeah, boy. Hell yeah. The legendary Blue Eyes Ultimate. Now we're gonna finish with the Blue Eyes Ultimate. Here it is. Okay, final example of today. I would like to call them generic fusion monsters. Just basically a fusion monster that require pretty basic materials. Generic materials like 2 dark dragon, just 2 dragons that are dark element. That's an easy requirement. I'm just gonna give you a couple of examples. For first example, you could use Curse Dragon or Red Eyes Black Dragon to summon this guy. You could also use Condora Dragon of Destruction, also another dark type dragon monster. Also, you could use this guy in deck where like you could use it in Red Eyes deck. For example, if your opponent also uses Dark Dragons, you could use your Super Polymerization to use your opponent's Red Eyes to summon your own Red Eye, Furious Dragon, or you could use Red Eye slash Dragon with Super Poly to get also Red Eyes. So a lot of uses for Super Poly and generic fusion monsters. For like Omni heroes, like you could also use opponent's Dark Monsters to summon Dark Masquerade or hero. Same with summon Archfiend manifestation. You could use your summon skull and then superpole on opponent's dark monster to summon this guy. So yeah, a lot of uses for super polymerization, I suppose. Okay, now we're gonna moving on with the contact fusions. So, okay, students, let's move on to contact fusion. For contact fusion, we have Gladiator Beast and Elemental Hero Neos. Okay, so for contact fusion works pretty similar. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. Just need two monsters on the field, and then you need the fusion monster on your extra deck, and then you can summon them easily. Big difference between Neo and Gladiator Beast. Neo's contact fusion will return to its extra deck end of the turn. So unless you use some spells to cancel out, unless you have using Brave Neos. The Gladiator Beast you can choose send it or not. Why do you want to send Gladiator Beast contact fusion back to the extra deck? Because when Gladiator Beasts are special summoned from the deck to the field by their effects, they activate some effects like for this bird, the Pestadari. You summon this way from your extra deck, he destroys one spell card. So Gladiator Beast did contact fusion a lot better than Neos did. So now I'm gonna cut to footage me contact fusion some Gladiator Beast. And after that, we're gonna cut to mask fusion explanations. Okay, students, I'm gonna give an example of contact fusion. Contact fusion can only be done if you have monsters on the field. You cannot contact fusion just using from your hand or deck. So you just need to click special summon, and then if you materials match the extra monster from your extra deck, can summon like this. But contact fusion doesn't count as fusion summoning for anyone who's wondering. This counts for scores. Counts as special summon, but not fusion summon. Be more precise. Okay, that's it for my example. Okay, now time for Mask Hero Fusion. Mask Heroes are pretty simple. You just need Elemental Hero and Mask Change. And Mask Change will transform Elemental Hero to Elemental Hero from the extra deck with the same element. So basically, if Elemental Hero bursts Renexes and Max Change, you will get Elemental Hero Goka. For other example, I will show you release of soon. Another example would be Elemental Hero Ocean. If you use Max Change, you can change him to Mask Hyper Vapor. You see, they're both of water elements, so you could use Mask Change on anything. On any elemental hero water. So Mask Hero Goka can be used with any fire elemental hero. I will show you with what fire elemental heroes you can use this guy. So Mask Change says you just need to use elemental hero with the same element to summon the same element Mask Hero. So you, for example, want to summon Mask Hero Goka, you just need any fire hero. So, for example, summon him using Elemental Hero Heat. You can summon him using Elemental Hero Lady Heat. Also burst Renexes. You can even use him by using Elemental Hero Nova Mazer if you want to get really silly. Or maybe using Blazeman to grab Polymerization and then change him to Nova. Or Inferno, also good one. So yeah, I think that covers Mask Heroes. Oh yeah, one more. Also, you can use Mask Change on the same hero. For example, if you have Mask Change and Mask Hero Goka, you could summon Goka again using mass change. So there are also quick play spells, so you could use OTK. You could easily OTK using this method. And I think I have footage using mass change on already existing mass hero. So I'm gonna get to that footage and then we're gonna cover fusion substitutes. Okay, students. I'm gonna give an example. Fusion sum that requires only one monster in a fusion spell or a spell core. So I'm gonna send one dedicated to the graveyard, then smash exchange, Simon Coca, a fusion monster from the fusion deck, and that's pretty much it. It's also a quick play spell, so I'm gonna show a quick little trick. So I'll destroy his monster. I can use my exchange to change my hero to another hero, the same hero. So my exchange plus hero monsters are really good, my man. So yeah, that's it for monster and spell core. Okay, let's cover fusion substitutes. Basically, imagine you're making cake and you don't have milk, so you're using soy milk. So yeah, something like that. So he can be substitute for any fusion material, but other fusion materials can be correct. But for example, if you're using mystical sheep, you could also use another fusion substitute. I think to summon fusion monster. I think best use of this guy would be probably to summon Blue Eyes Ultimate a lot easier because it requires 3 Blue Eyes. That's really specific. If you have couple substitutes in your deck, you could summon Blue Eyes Ultimate a lot easier, or other Blue Eyes similar fusions like Twin Burst or something like that. I think, but really good use for fusion abilities like summoning Dragon Master Knight, because it requires Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon and Blue Luster Soldier. I think would be a lot easier if you, instead of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, you just use one fusion substitute and Black Luster Soldier to summon Blue Dragon Master Knight. That's a sneaky way of using fusion substitutes, I think. Okay, now we're gonna cover a couple of examples when mass fusion doesn't work. For example, elemental hero Grey Merge. It requires 2 hero normal monsters and fusion substitute only basically acts like... So basically, if you have elemental hero Flame Wingman, yeah, for example, if you have elemental hero Wingman, could basically use fusion substitute to use one fusion substitute and one elemental hero Burstenixes instead of using both materials. Other examples when fusion substitute doesn't work, like for 5-headed dragon that requires 5 dragon type monsters, it will not work if your fusion substitute is not a dragon. That's pretty easy to understand. So fusion substitute will not work on Quintet Magician also, I think. Fusion substitute will work on Cyber and Dragon definitely. And definitely fusion substitutes will work on Messeros, the big boy. Look at the big boy. Okay, let's cover something more complicated, like evil hero Malicious Fiend. It will work as a substitute for evil hero Malicious Head, but it will not work as a substitute for level 6 or higher Fiend type monster. So yeah. And that's how much fusion substitutes works pretty much. Other example like Meteor Black Dragon, it will work as substitute for Red Eyes Black Dragon and substitute for Meteor Dragon. At least one material would need to be correct to summon this guy. So yeah, you cannot use 2 fusion substitutes to summon this dragon, but you need one correct material and one correct. You need one correct material, like you need one Red Eyes Black Dragon or one fusion substitute. Or you could use Meteor Dragon and then one fusion substitute to summon this guy. Okay. So basically, You could use fusion substitute to substitute fusion materials, like for example, Dragon Master Knight. You could instead using Black Ultimate Dragon and Black Lesser Soldier, you could just use Black Lesser Soldier and Mystical Ship to use some Dragon Master Knight. And I think that's it for fusion substitutes. And that's it, students. That's it for today's lesson. Do you have any questions left? No? Okay, if you remember any questions, leave them in comments section below. No, everyone, goodbye for now. Next lesson will be about how to build Dark Magician decks. See you guys in the next episode.